Hello? Oh, hello everyone. Yeah, I'm back with the same shit again. I probably said the exact same thing yesterday, but you know how this goes. We all know how this goes at this point. We're looking for Eevee, and I'm hoping that because the vibes are good today in my heart, that shiny Eevee will be like, wow, I wanna go with that person. And then I'll have a shiny Eevee, and I'll be like, oh my god, shiny Eevee. And then nature gets gentle, but the nature will be on the screen, so it won't be that exciting because we'll all be able to see it. Oh my god, what is wrong with my mouse? Milk Eevee? Yeah, we're looking for Milk Eevee. I'm glad you said milk and not anything else. I love shiny Eevee and Eevee. I mean, Eevee's a classic for a reason. I think you'd be hard pressed to find anyone that doesn't. Oh my god. Hard pressed to find anyone that doesn't like Eevee or one of the evolutions. I feel like... Was yours Leafeon? But yeah, I don't know of anyone who hates all of them because there's simply too many of them, and I feel like people people in general love dogs, so people are gonna like the dog with a bunch of options. Oh yeah. No, that picture was taken yesterday, and I'm like, all right, I'll give you a free Daisy picture because that one is just it's so peak. Look at it. Is this not the greatest picture you've ever seen? It rules. So I'm like, all right, the people have got to know. Technically, I am in the background of this picture. You just can't see me. You can see my leg. Kind of, sort of. You can see the fabric of my pants. And nothing else. Look at how funny she is, though. Is she not the dog ever? She wasn't even here. Oh, she wasn't here at all today, and it was so sad. It's probably for the best, though, because she would have been alone for hours. But it's fine. It's fine. She was at her daycare. They never say anything bad about her, even though she's a little demon. So I assume it goes well. She's only a little demon around us, the people that who love her the most and take care of her and all that other stuff. So what the hell's wrong with her? Also, I think my mouse might just be broken. Oh, it was drifting across the screen and it wasn't moving. And also, sometimes like when I click it, it won't actually click. And sometimes it'll double click and it's very annoying. My favorite's probably Leafeon. I remember watching those Eevee comic videos on YouTube, and each Eevee has a different personality. Need to rewatch those. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that makes absolute sense. But if they give Flareon a bad personality, they're bad and I hate them. How could you do my baby Flareon like this? Also, I'm hoping that the playlist will be properly shuffled this time, but we'll see. Well, it shuffles fine on my phone. Why is it only on my desktop that it fucks up? Very annoying. Anyway, we'll probably not get to 4K. That would be frankly a little unrealistic, just in terms of how fast this hunt is. But I'm hoping maybe we can get to like 3,600? That might be a little optimistic. Like 3,500. I did a few encounters earlier, but that was, yeah, I didn't do much because I was really stressed out today or whatever. And I got back from my appointment and I couldn't focus on it for very long. So I'm just like, all right, let's just save it until later. Let's play some Kirby, which is what I did. My 3DS finally getting some use after being benched for a couple months. The Switch has been putting out bangers. Oh wait, does anyone know if the new Tomodachi Life is on Switch 1 or if it's just Switch 2. How was the appointment? It actually went really well. Like, it went so well. And I was so surprised because the first time I brought up like, oh, hey, I'm looking into, like, getting top surgery. Can you, like, look at this form and, like, help me figure this stuff out? And low-key, she was like, I don't know. But then today I saw a different person because the first person wasn't available. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad. But, like, you know, I don't know what the thing is, but, like, the person who comes in to, like, take your temperature and your pulse and shit was like, oh, what are you in for? And I'm like, I want a pre-op. I'm like, let's not beat around the bush. That is what I am here for. And she's like, okay, yeah, do you have, like, a form? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I, like, get it out of my bag, and it's super fucking crumpled because, oops, my bad. My bad. None of my bags really fit paper that well. Oops. And then they take it back, and my pulse was 120 BPM, and I'm like really nervous right now. I'm sorry. I know that it's high. And then the doctor came in, and she's like, yeah, I can get this all settled for you. And I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, why am I surprised? But I was so surprised. She's like, yeah, let me just, like, do a little checking up. And I'll get you all squared away. And I'll order the labs that you still need. And also I'll order you an iron lab because it says that you have anemia. And she asked me if it was, like, controlled or not, and I'm like, I don't know. What does that mean? TLDR, I still don't know, but they're gonna judge my iron levels, which I suppose is good. But yeah, so in theory, I got the test that I needed. She'll sign the papers that I brought in, and she'll send over, like, family history stuff. So in theory, that's literally everything that I need. Which means, unless I somehow miss something, I'm going to get top surgery on June 3rd. Yippee! Wahoo! So here's hoping that all works out. I still need to do, like, the pre-registration shit on the hospital or the surgery center's site, but I was, like, reading through all the stuff and I was being slow, so there's that. And, like, it's fine. And I still have to actually pay them, but, like, that's a couple months out, so it's not like I'm rushing to do this all a week before I need to have, like, all these fucking papers. In theory, trans. No, that one's not a theory. That one's confirmed. I have transgender in my medical history. They know. I'm ugh. I guess I do gotta call the pharmacy and be like, hey, about my prescription, I know that insurance isn't gonna cover it. Can I, like, self-pay, please? Thank you. Because I swear to God, all they want to do is cause me trouble. And it would be so easy because I would pick up my prescription, and in theory, I wouldn't run out. Because I'm getting like a big vial of tea. It won't run out for, like, months. Which is good. Means I don't gotta go back. And also, it's cheaper than getting a bunch of the little ones. So yippee! Yahoo! I can be transgender. And part of me feels bad because the doctor that I was seeing, like, before was, like, trying to help me figure out insurance stuff and, like, and being like, all right, you know, we'll get this all squared away once you've talked to insurance and you got all this stuff figured out. And in my brain, I'm like, you make a good point, but then literally everyone else around me is like, no. No, it's like, it's good to have options, you know, like, hear what they have to say, but, like, we are going to help you. Being adamant, and it's like, oh, okay. If you insist. Like, I ain't gonna turn it down. Except I will, and I'll feel really bad about it. I need to stop feeling bad when people literally offer things to me, because you wouldn't offer something if you didn't mean it, and if you do, and you don't want it to happen, that's your fault. But I'm like, I still feel bad. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to do this, that, and the third for me. But they're literally offering. So yeah, I'm having a very transgenderful day. Which is cool and epic because transgender people are excellent. You know what else would be excellent? Transgender shiny eevee. It could have worked. I want to get it today. By the way, I looked up Tomodachi Life is on the Switch one. Yippee! I'm still... Like, since it's just a demo out, I might try it out. Because I saw people... Well, I saw people being like, oh... talking to, like, an author, an indie author, be like, how would you feel if I put, like, your book characters in my Tomodachi Life? And if I were that author, I didn't hear what he had to say. I would have been like, yes? Like, that's awesome. Yes, please do that. That'd be great. I'm like, wait, I could put my Blorbos in it. Thinking. I'm starting to think all shinies are transgender. Don't you know? All Pokemon are gay. And I'm sure a lot of them are also transgender. That was lore that was established sometime last year when I was trying to complete my Scarlet Violet Pokedex. Because I went down in Area 0 and there's like a rainbow there, and I look at the rainbow and I'm like, wow, all Pokemon are gay. I can't believe this. That's amazing. Gay? Wait, no, type? I think it's gay lower caps, but with a question mark. I think that's what the emote is. Yeah, the cat. Yeah, all Pokemon are gay. Don't you know? I mean, I'm happy to break the news to you. Wait, 3,200! Yippee! I didn't know, so no. Well, now you do know. I've blessed you with the knowledge. God, there's like no way to sit up in my chair very well and also be picked up really well by the mic. Ah! Eevee. Yeah, so anyway, I'm in a pretty good mood. But I'm also still like, I guess coming down from the adrenaline high of just being so stressed out about this all month. Being like, ah, shit, I need to figure out this paperwork, and then scheduling an appointment has been such a pain in the ass, and I can't contact the people that I want to contact. They're not getting back to me, and then they're not in the office. What am I gonna do? And then it's like, oh, it's probably gonna work out. I'm like, that's so weird. What do you mean it's gonna work out? I was in such a good mood, I almost even got a donut. But then I was like, not gonna lie, I'm like so tired, I just want to sit down. Oh yeah, and when I went on the metro, it was kind of crowded, and I'm like, cringe. And I had to sit near the handicap spot, so I'm like wide in the open, and you could walk in front of me. And like I hear a guy behind me is like, hey, can anyone help me out? And in my brain, I'm like, what? And then he walks up to me, And I'm like, oh no, please don't. And asks me, and I'm like, oh no, no, no. Hey, can you help me out? I'm like, with what? And then it's like, like, do you have like 5 or 10 bucks? And I'm like, oh shit. I literally used the last of my cash for my fucking metro fare. So I'm like, sorry, no. And he's like, all right. And then he holds like slowly holding out his fist to me, like going for a fist bump or something. And I'm like, what? And in my brain, I'm thinking, I mean, like it would be rude to like just like look at him. I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, what? You never had that happen before, so I like gently lifted up my hand, and I'm also like, okay, no offense to this person. I'm like, I don't want to make physical contact with a stranger. But then as I was doing it, I was like, oh wait, shit, am I about to get scammed? Oh fuck. No, it was fine. It was just kind of weird. And then he got off of the train. I'm like, what? Anyway, my thought was like, oh shit, is this one of those scams where you like put a bracelet on someone and then you're like, oh, you gotta pay for it now? Which someone's tried to do to me before, but they actually tried to like grab at me, and I'm like, no, get the fuck away from me. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like maybe because it's not actually happened to me, I feel like that type of thing isn't super common in the US. And I was like, yeah, it's probably not common because they would just punch you. I mean, they could also shoot you if you're in the South. If you're in a concealed carry state, people are going to fight back, more likely. I mean, you kind of should anyway. I'm like, maybe that's why it's not like super common to have pickpockets or whatever. No, you're just gonna get robbed. There's no stealth. Scary guns. Look, I'm not saying it's a good thing. Literally in the metro station, I get off and there's like 4 National Guard people with their big ass fucking guns, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate this place. And they're just like standing around doing fucking nothing because they have fucking nothing to do. But it's like, God, all you're doing is scaring people. Me, I'm scared. Yeah, but like low-key, if you were a pickpocket, I'm not saying I would be worried about getting shot, but I am saying it is a distinct possibility depending on your location. I'm people. No, literally. Why do you have these big ass fucking guns in the fucking metro station? I'm going to the doctors. Get a fucking grip. You're a loser. And like low-key, I want to like flip them off, but I'm like, use your brain for a second. They're not doing anything. And if, just in case they're fucking crazy, I don't want to risk getting executed in the metro station, okay? Imagine your job is just to stand around all day. I would be great at that. Sans the gun part, of course. Yeah, I'll stand around in your metro station all day. Oh no, it was so cold too. I like winter, but I'm so sick of it being cold. I was dumb and I only brought my sweater. Well, that's a lie. I brought my rain jacket because I thought it was gonna like rain. It only rained a little. But I was so cold and I'm like, I don't want to get out my rain jacket. Freezing. I also almost went to get boba, but I was like, that's cold as hell. I'm gonna have to carry it. No, I'm good. So I just went home. It'd take long enough to get home. It'd take like an hour. And it'd take like... It'd take a little longer. I gotta wait for the bus. Three, two, two, two. Wait, we're gonna get to 3, 3, 3, 3 today. That's exciting. It is so interesting, though, seeing how much slower this hunt is. Oh, last night I hung out with my brothers and watched some of Has Been Hotel Season 2. It was super fun. Nice! I've not watched that show. Yeah, I know 3333 is a number, but it's a satisfying number because it's all the same. Yeah, I've not watched Has Been Hotel. All I know about it is all the people bitching and moaning. Oh my god, this is why Has Been Hotel is the worst written show in the entire universe. It's like, it cannot be that serious. I only watched the original pilot before it was like officially picked up and released on Amazon. I don't know. But I'm like, oh, this seems kind of neat. And then I just like forgot about it. Like, even if it's, even if you don't like it, even if you don't think it's good, the clickbait is pissing me off. I feel like people, okay, asterisk. I don't know if Vivzy Pop has actually done anything. But yesterday I was talking about, no, I actually didn't talk about it, but I am thinking about it now. When people are like, OMG, person is so problematic, and then you ask why, and then they like don't say. And it's like, so did they like not do anything? Because you're not giving me any examples. But everyone says Vivzy Pop is like a bad person, and that our character designs suck, and that our shows suck, and I'm like, it cannot possibly be that serious. I will say that some of the characters do feel like Tumblr sexy men made in lab tubes, but like, who cares? Make your lab tube test baby if you want. That's what all of my blorbos are. They are my test tube amalgamations of everything that I like. You can do whatever you want. Oh god. My shoulder hurt. I've tried watching like 3 of those, Bibs is horrible, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it. It's the way that nobody can actually pin down what she's done. And I'm like, well, if she has done something, I would like to know about it, but nobody's ever specific enough to be like, oh yeah, that is kind of shitty, actually. Because it feels like when people talk about like someone's problematic, it's like there's a scale. Is like, okay, is the person racist? Did they engage in like, did they assault someone? Or did they like accidentally post fetish art on main? Which one is it? They're vastly different. Incredibly different. One of those I do not give a single fuck about. And I feel like the person who said this has to be like 13. I swear it's not that big of a deal. There are a ton of problems with the show, but it's not bad. Like, it's still a fairly good show. Hey, I will never knock someone for liking a mid to bad show. Sometimes you just like it. Sometimes you don't want to watch the most well-written, most cinematic masterpiece of all time. Sometimes you just want to watch something and be like, yeah, that was really fun. That was enjoyable. I liked it. And then you kind of forget about it. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the Amazing Digital Circus. Sorry. But look, I like Danganronpa, so I can't fault people for liking mid, okay? Because then that would make me a hypocrite. I mean, look at the game series that I'm playing right now. Sorry that the meows kind of had a voice crack, but hello, big meow. Meow. Okay, I need my pillow. I love the Amazing Digital Circuits. It's so interesting. I watched all of them very recently, like a couple days ago. And yes, today is the day for Eevee. I agree. You can tell because it's shiny. Imagine. If anyone cares to have nature guesses, cash them in while you can, because you won't be able to guess. It'll be on the screen. But yeah, I wanted to watch The Amazing Digital Circus because episode 8 came out, and then it felt like it exploded. Everyone was talking about it. And I'm like, okay, what's it about? I'll cave. And it's not like I was avoiding it before. It was just like, oh, like maybe I'll get around to it eventually. Bashful? Excellent. Episode 8 was epic. I did definitely like it, although, like I said yesterday, I felt very whelmed by it. And the reason why I felt very whelmed is because in my watching through all the episodes, you know, silly little me, I wanted to see what people were saying about the episode that I just watched. And so I would like scroll down and read the comments, and all of the top comments were about the most current episode. And I'm like, oh goodness. Well, first of all, fuck all of you. Second of all, from the way y'all are talking about things get crazy. Am I supposed to be scared? And then I got to episode 8 and it wasn't as scary crazy as I thought it would be, and I'm like, oh, okay. Which is like objectively crazy stuff happens. Character gets peeled live on camera. Father killing his son. I don't know, maiming, torturing, whatever the fuck. And yet I was underwhelmed. Because people made it seem crazy. Ooh. I hate YouTube comments spoiling everything, also being dumb. See, sometimes you gotta be dumb, but it is so annoying that I couldn't... I was that person. Imagine being new to the series and you just want to see what people have to say about the episode, and all of them are like, hee hee, thing that was said in episode. Well, wouldn't that be crazy if it happened? And then it happens, and you're like, oh, okay, well. You read the comment and you know that it happens. It's not, you're not even being funny. That's the worst part. If you were at least funny, I could forgive you. It's just like, oh. So what now? I feel, man, this hits hard after episode 8. Literally all of them! All of them! Okay, so. Sorry. I forget what episode it is. Also, I guess, hey everyone listening, this is still a spoiler zone. Okay. God, what was it? It was one of the episodes, and I think Zubul said something like, oh, the only reason, or or be lucky that Kane likes us, or whatever. It was something like, oh, he's only nice to us because he likes us. And people are like, oh man, this hits different. Like, okay. Way to spoil the entire thing that happens. Do we really have to do that? You know what? Would it be weird to say that those kind of comments give me the same energy as under... Oh my god. It's like... Sometimes under music, sometimes under just like random shit, it'll be like the talking head emoji, and then it'll have like some sound effects or whatever. And they'll be like, quote from the episode, or no, we do an X with this one. Copy paste, generic, nothing burger, nothing to say, nothing to add, no thought behind the head. Type comment. got your brain vacuumed out of your ear like some spaghetti type comment. What will Milk Eevee be called? I don't know. It depends when I get it. But I don't have a name planned, so if you feel particularly inspired, you may suggest something. And I might veto it. Oh yeah, this Eevee will be evolved into a Flareon. I don't know if you can see the bottom of the screen, but this will be Flareon. I mean, you can name it as an Eevee as well. I don't care. I don't particularly care if the name matches or not. I just want to like it. What is Shiny Flareon? It's... I want to say in this game, it's like a yellow and kind of like a rusty yellow. Does that make any sense? Like a burnt yellow. I mean, it looks like the... It's yellow. No, sorry. It looks like this, actually. It is a little funny that my shiny team is kind of color coordinated. We have 4 yellow shinies and 2 blue shinies. We're yellow and blue. I don't know what that's like. Like, what's yellow and blue? I don't know. I can't think of anything. Wait, you're yellow and blue. I'm yellow and purple, mind you. I'm just a very bluish purple. Yeah, it's blue and purple like me, except I'm not blue. You're also purple. Wait, that's my attack. You're blue now. Something, I should replay Undertale. I feel like I need to be in the right headspace to replay Undertale, though, because I'm going to bawl my soul out. That's going to be so emotionally devastating. I need to be prepared for it. It's like, damn, I can't watch this show right now because I know that it would emotionally devastate me and I'm not ready. That's the reason why, to this day, I've still not finished BoJack Horseman. And dead ass at this point, I don't think I am. I saw Shiny Male Nidoran and he looks super blue. Yeah, he is super blue. And then Shiny Venomoth is also blue. But it's a much lighter blue. But they are both blue, and then the rest of them are yellow. Because literally what other color would you say Shiny Rhydon is? It's yellow, but like it's a weird yellow. BoJack Horseman, I need to watch that. It is an excellent, excellent show, but it is also extremely soul-crushing. You just see this man's life spiral out of control, and then it just keeps getting worse, actually. And it's like, you know what? I think I'm okay. I don't think I need to see how this ends, because I know how it ends. I don't think I need to see it, though. Oh no, I'm thinking about scenes that happened. Oh no. I hecking love bad people protagonists until they do something that's actually heinous and I want to peel my skin off. Like, wait, no, I'm not strong enough. That almost... It hits the same chord as, like, cringe comedy. Where it's, like, so bad I don't even want to look at it. I need to pause. That's why I can't watch cringe comedy. It just makes me kind of sad. Because I imagine myself in that scenario. I'm like, this isn't funny. I just hate it. Get me out of here. That's why I've never been able to watch, like, The Office. Hasn't this song already played? But also, I feel like a lot of... Okay, not to be all hipstery. I do just feel like a lot of popular shows that people generally like is, like... I just don't find them terribly funny, because a lot of them are comedies. Like, I tried watching... What was it? Parks and Recs, I think? And I'm just like, I'm just not terribly interested, actually. Like, it's... whatever. BoJack was the first thing that I saw with good asexual representation. Oh my god, yeah, that's right! Shout out Todd. I mean, spoilers. That helped me figure myself out, but I will not rewatch that Soul Crush. Literally. But... I'm trying to think of anything else that I've seen with, like, a canonically named, confirmed asexual character in it. And I'm like... I think that may have also been the first thing I ever saw, which is kind of sad. Because I think that I watched that in, like, 2020. God, nobody gives a fuck about us asexuals. Asexuals, we gotta look out for each other. Ain't nobody care about us. Ain't nobody care. Wait! Peridot. Peridot Steven Universe. Ain't that gem asexual? I think so. Ain't Peridot Arrow Ace actually good? Good for them. I can only think of 3 characters. Peridot, Todd, and Sifrin. But that one's from a video game. Oh, wait. Mirabelle, also from the same game. True. 4. Perry is super ace coded. Oh, I thought it was like a creator confirmation thing where it's like not said in the show, but it's said outside of the show. But textually, you can be like, yeah, I see it. Because if we go into headcanon, every single character that I like a lot is asexual because I said so. Just for fun, because why not? I get to do what I want. Just like how all my faves are trans, and like how all of your faves are as well. Especially your favorites. They're like super trans. You get an ace companion in Outer Worlds. Okay. I get so confused between Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds. I think. I've not played either. Which one is Outer Worlds? Wait, I think I know who you're talking about, actually. No, I had Obsidian RPG. I fear that means nothing to me. In my mind, the character that you're talking about looked like the handler from Monster Hunter World, and I'm like, oh, wait, no, I don't think that's right, actually. I've played both, and I still get them mixed up. Their names are too similar. They're the same. But Outer Wilds is the one that everyone says is like the best game ever made, right? The one with the spoiler. She kind of do crazy pull. That's a crazy pull. I need to see what this character looks like now. How did I know that? Where have I seen her? All right. Outer World. Outer Word. Is it Parvati? Okay, wait, no. She kind of does look like the handler. What the fuck? How did I know that? Handler, but melanated. Good for her. Crazy, insane pull. How? Oh, my memory is so shit. How do I remember that? Okay, so what's an obsidian then? What else have they done? Am I supposed to know who that is? Ugh. I don't know devs. I don't know what things mean. I don't know what a Bethesda is. That's a lie. I kind of do, but like, what makes a Bethesda a Bethesda? Oh, they made New Vegas? Okay, the New Vegas people. I know what New Vegas is. That's the one that everyone says is the best one. I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god. Pissing me off. Well, it didn't work. I swear to God, why does Shuffle suck so bad? It only plays like 10 songs. Why does it lie? That's what I'm wondering. Why is it lying to me? There has to be a better way. Ugh. But then why the fuck does it work on my phone? So annoying. I should get a Sprite. Also, I need Monster Hunter Wilds to go on sale for like 70% off, so I can get it. And Monster Hunter Stories 3 came out. I haven't even finished the second one. I like barely even started the second one. I should finish that actually. But I can't play too many things at once because I'll get overwhelmed. Apparently 3 is peak. I've never played a stories game. Well, from what I've played of 1, I really liked it. Especially because like you have all the cute monsters that you really like. And instead of having to murder them, you get to ride around on them like a big horsey. And like I don't remember the plot from the first one at all, except that they made you do the last hit on the last boss with the story Rathalos, which I didn't want to do because I'm like, I never use this thing. I don't care about it. Why can't I use my Diablos that I've raised? Why can't I use my blue Yankutku? Huh? Why do I gotta use this bozo? What if I don't like you, Ratha? No, you have to. So annoying. I'm still mixed on Wilds. The gameplay is fun, though. So then what are you mixed on? No offense to the Monster Hunter series. I feel like you play it for the gameplay. You don't play it for a story. You don't play it for the characters. You play it to fight giant monsters. Hence why I'm waiting for it to be really, really cheap. Because I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. When I could get stuff that I know that I would like more and also would run better on my PC, which isn't even a bad PC. But is that game still optimized to shit? And not optimized to shit. Optimized shit. Performance is the biggest. They haven't even fixed it. It's over a year old. How have they not fixed it? Yeah, why would I pay $70 for a game that doesn't perform? You guessed that the shiny will be naughty? Noted. Improved. SMH my head. Why would I do that when I could spend that money and get a fuck ton of older games that are actually gonna run? SMH my damn head. Are they not, like, embarrassed? Would you not be embarrassed as a company to put out a product that like, doesn't run well on most people's systems? Don't you want people to play your game? Are you stupid? I think you'd want the most amount of people to play your game and be like, wow, this is a great experience. I'm going to keep playing it. And because I had such a good experience, I'm going to be like, wow, this developer is really good. I'll get more of their stuff. Shake my SMH damn head. Yeah. How dare you? I say this as a person who, like, I don't pay too much attention to dev stuff. I like observing the finished product. But if I get a game and I'm like, wow, this is shit, and I notice that they made other stuff, I'm gonna be like, well, if this one's shit, I'm gonna avoid the other ones. This is why I should be CEO of a company. I have great ideas. Like, ooh, I love paying my employees fairly. And ooh, I love not raising my prices like crazy. Because we don't gotta be making record-breaking profits every quarter. That's ridiculous. We'll stand out from the rest by being consistent. But no, nobody wants to listen to me. Reasonable old me. They should give me companies to run. You'd have to do a better job that most of this... What? Do a better job than most of the suits in charge of game companies right now? Well, I think that the problem is that they're companies. I think the people in charge of, like, most companies ever are the most evil people alive. So yeah. We love money. We love getting as much money as possible. We don't care what we have to do to get it. We love terrible work practices. It's gonna be interesting when GTA 6 drops later this year. Oh no, that's gonna be like Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel, in which everyone's talking about a game that I do not give a singular fuck about, but it's all I'm gonna see for like a couple months. And Tears of the Kingdom is Elden Ring 2. I don't know what else was like that. Maybe Baldur's Gate 3. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh wait, I didn't even realize 3,300, unless I did say it, in which case, ignore me. Clam. They should add a Pokemon nature that's just mean. All of them are kind of nice. The meanest one is naughty. And I get that they don't want your critter to have jackass number. Or to have jackass nature. I said number because I read 3333 is a number. But imagine if your Pokemon had jackass nature. You'd be like, wow, what a character. Yeah. Deadass, what nature even impish? I guess impish is kind of the evilest nature, actually. Because it's imp. You're like an imp-ish. It's kind of similar to naughty, actually. Clam again. No, my encounters per hour are going down. They're at 188. Help. I am so slow. And I'm also tired. Oh no, I was so sad earlier. I woke up. I checked my Pokemon sleep. And what do I see on my screen? Holy schmoly, it's a Pumpkaboo. Just like a regular ass Pumpkaboo. But I'm like, wow, Pumpkaboo. I love Pumpkaboo. I want Pumpkaboo. I didn't get Pumpkaboo. I didn't get it. It was full before I got it. I got a decent Noibat, though. 3K Meowbits. Yippee! Don't spend them all in one place. Unless you want to, in which case, do whatever you want. Fictional currency. They're meant to be spent. I say they're meant to be spent, but like I am such a I am critically lurking. I'm too scared to talk in chats, so I don't spend points. So in like people that I watch a lot, I'll have like 500,000 points just sitting in reserve, waiting. I don't know for what. I need VIP, so I'll save them, but it is very hard to save them. Yeah. I mean, wow, my redeems are so appealing. I like channel points. I think they're fun. I even remember kind of when they were first added. Wow, make things more interactive. And also the hydration reminders are pretty helpful. And you know what? Since you're saving, I'll hydrate for free. Everyone else should as well. That tastes like lid. I just licked the lid of my water bottle. Now I have Wawa. Weewa. Can they please buff Ledian? We went over this, but they need to buff Ledian right now. I remember I downloaded Twitch like a week and a half after channel points. Nice. I don't remember exactly when they added them, but I remember when I noticed them, I'm like, what the heck is this like thingy next to the bits? Oh my god, you can, it's like a fictional currency and you can do things. Nifty. Oh, I remember when the app was good, when the site was good, you could watch ads to get free bits. You can't do that anymore. Or at some point they just cut me off. And then I spent them all somewhere. My 80 bits. My 80 cents. And I never bothered to get more. Oh well. Something about spending my real currency on a fictional currency. Ooh, it's not giving gacha, but it's giving gacha a little. Although, speaking of, I did get 3 5 stars and a 10 pull in my Infinity Nikki pulls yesterday, so yippee, I guess. So I got the full outfit in about 120, which is pretty good. And now I can be Little Red Riding Hood, but from Final Fantasy, because she's got a shit ton of belts everywhere. And to me, having a bunch of useless belts, as a person who's not played a Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy design is having a fuck ton of belts. Is it actually... Do they actually have that? Or have they stopped doing that? The one that I've seen the most of is probably 7. And then 15. Oh, yeah. Because my dad played through 15, and I watched him do that somewhat often. So I know that one a little more. But also, I think he wasn't terribly good at the game, no offense. He spent like 30 minutes wailing on this giant tortoise. He just did like no damage to it. And I don't remember why. I don't know if he was under-leveled, but it was so well telegraphed that you could just dodge everything. Just wailing on it for 30 minutes. Call it Monster Hunter the way I'm wailing on this giant monster for 30 minutes. Ad break. Wait, no, ads are gonna cover up 3333. Subscribe if you want to see it. It won't be very eventful, I promise. I am due to go over odds. I'm expecting to go over odds. That is unfortunately, I feel. Not unfortunately, but I feel like that is the mentality you gotta have if you're gonna full odds shiny hunt. You need to think there is a good chance I'll go over odds. If I go over odds, it will not surprise me. Because that way, if you go over odds, you're like, all right, fair enough. But then you're not expecting it to get it in like 100. And if you do get it in 100, you're going to be like, holy shit. That's crazy. But I'm also terrible at guessing. I thought Litwick would be an easy hunt. That one went over odds. I thought my Lugia hunt would go way over odds. It went super under. A lot of these hunts I thought would go over, and then they just show up, and I'm like, oh. Okay. Modest. I don't even know what nature I would want Flareon to be. Like, my guess is gentle. But what would I even want it to be? Do I want it to have a special nature? Because the fire-type moves it'll learn will be special? Do I want it to have a fizz nature so I can give it, like, dig and return? Or do I want it... Do I want it to have a defense nature? Like a minus defense nature? It'll be the worst nature. It's gonna be adamant. That's not the worst. It's gonna make me choose. It won't let me have my mixed attacker Flareon dreams. God, they made Flareon so fucking weird. Why would they do that? They need to invent a 90 power physical fire move. Please. Why would you do this to Flareon? It couldn't learn Flare Blitz forever. That was like the physical fire move. Unless I'm just lying. Bashful. Not pressing the buttons good enough. Ugh. I looked up asexual outer world to see the character. Wait. I kind of cooked with this earlier. I said that I was feeling DVD screensaver coded. Ah. Impish. I wonder. I have been wondering whenever... I know it's unrealistic to get like an RNG clone. But part of me wonders how many if I've seen any. I know it's ridiculous to say, and when you see so many encounters, you're bound to get a few of the same nature. But it's like if I saw 2 female eevee in a row, I'd be like, Can this Flareon be female? That'd be super epic. Gay mild. Wait, almost at 3,333. It's this one. Yippee. Male eevee. Relaxed. Yippee. Well, that wasn't terribly exciting, but... Aw. No, it would be so fun. I don't think I've ever found... Well, don't lie. I don't think I've ever found a shiny on, like, a really satisfying number. I found one at 20, and that's kind of satisfying, but not really. I think my Reshiram may have been a satisfying number, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the 20 was a Gulpin. In a horde battle, I did 4 hordes and I saw a shiny and I was not happy because it was Gulpin. It was like my 5th Gulpin. No, that one was probably my 4th. Either way, don't want to see that thing. Quiet. Why the fuck am I so tired? I promise I'm like sleeping a normal-ish amount of time. I have no... Maybe saying that I'm coming down from the adrenaline high of earlier is correct. And now I'm just like, oh, I need to go to bed. I jokingly said to my friend, I need to sleep for like 2 days now to decompress. Ugh. But I gotta water my plants. Even though it was stupid chungus raining today, these ones are inside. So that they don't get frostbite. Don't kill my sunflowers. No. I hope those plants, if all those plants don't end up working out, I'll be really sad. You have so many. I love my plants. Gardening is so chill. It's so chill when you're not exposing yourself to like the direct beating sun and it's super hot outside and you haven't drinking water and you also haven't eaten anything and then you kind of get heat stroke. But that's only happened once. Anyway, I guess this is random ass PSA. Wear sunscreen. It's good for you. It's important. You don't want to get a sunburn. You don't want to get melanoma. I was thinking about the other day because I swear to God, every single time we have sunscreen, it disappears. I have no idea where the fuck it went. And I'm like, my pasty ass is gonna fucking burn. I need to give myself a fighting chance. Please spare me. And then I'll be outside ranting and raving about those goddamn deer eating my goddamn flowers. Yet again. Because they're still eating my goddamn flowers, except they're coming up a little more now. It's hard to tell. But they are, like, there. They've not gobbled up the actual flower bit yet. Although I'll probably need to put some more soap out there tomorrow, because the rain probably washed it away. But then they don't eat the daffodils that are literally right next to them. So why do deer like hyacinth and not daffodil? What else do they not? Okay, they don't like marigold. Which is interesting. I mean, my guess is because of the smell, probably. With the marigold, I don't know about daffodils. But like marigolds do have a weird smell. Don't they? I can't really smell them that bad, so when I have a bunch, it's like, oh, just pretty yellow flowers and not, oh god, this smells like shit. Help. Ah. One of the advantages of having a really shitty nose. But honestly, it kind of sucks because it means I can't smell a lot of the good smells. But but 100% of the time, I can tell if someone smoked just before getting on the bus. Why the fuck do people do that? If you do that, I hate you. I'm gonna get you. Yes, everyone can tell. Ugh. Something nickel for the amount of time I get on the bus and is just absolutely crushed by weed smell. I was gonna say, at least nobody's vaping, but that's a literal lie. Someone was vaping today. Ugh. I thought vapes... Are vapes still cool? Are vapes still cool with the kids? Are they still getting kids to have smoking addictions? Probably. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for your lungs. Yes, even vapes and Juuls, they're bad. Spritzing you with water. That's another thing that... Living in such a weird intersection of age, be like, wow, you get to see how technology develops so fast. You get to see certain words fall in and out of fashion. smoking was really big, and then it became super, super lame. And then seeing it become astronomically popular again because of vaping and juuling. That's sad. Modest. This 100, well, 100 as if I'm not 50% of the way through it. This one's been going through kind of fast. I'm almost at 18 hours on this hunt as well. Ah! Help! Oh, that is kind of the time in which all my other ones have gone. So that's kind of interesting. I'm convinced my file is it has to have some weirdness on it. Why have I found all of my shinies around the same range? It's just kind of interesting, I guess. Why can you only pass the tutorial thing by pressing B? That one's quite annoying. Also, so every time I go out, I'll like bring my 3DS and I'll put it in sweep mode with the intention of getting street passes and stuff. Today, as I was opening up Kirby Triple Deluxe because I got that, and it was street. They're like, oh, you have to activate Street Pass. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. This 3DS doesn't have it activated. And because the servers are offline, you can't. At least not via traditional methods. So I guess this is my... Hey, if anyone knows, how do you get Street Pass to work? I want it to work. Nothing else. I could bring my 3DS that does have it enabled, but that one's... That one, if it breaks in my bag, I'll be so mad. I had it with me with the intention of, like, opening it in the doctor's office or, like, on the train, but I just, like, didn't. I got too scared. I'm, like, vibrating in fear in the doctor's office. Ugh. I even knew how it would play out in my head. They would take my heart rate and they'd be like, that's pretty high. And I'll say, yeah, I know. I'm nervous. And then I glance over and it's 120. I'm like, damn, my heart's gonna fucking explode. And then they took my heart rate again a couple minutes later and it's like, oh, you're a lot calmer now. And I'm like, you don't have to say it. I have a bad perspective on that. I feel like my heart rate is always fast. I'm like a rabbit. I don't actually know if they have fast heartbeats. It's only beating fast so it can last. Ah. Eevee. I'll try and lock in on this hunt a little more tomorrow. Because I might have stuff to do on Sunday. And by stuff to do, I mean... Oh wait, no, I have stuff to do tomorrow as well. Okay, so... never mind. I'm fairly certain the smaller the animal, the faster the heart rate. I mean... See, I could see it either way, because you could be like, oh, the heart beats faster because there's... Sorry, my brain is, like, melting. I'm like, well, you have less blood, so you would need to get the oxygen around fast. No, but that doesn't make any sense. Because it's like, oh, you have less cells to oxygenate. But maybe it's smaller amount of stuff, so it needs to go faster so it can properly oxygenate everything. Whatever, whatever, whatever. I mean, it makes sense Just sometimes I'll just like watch Daisy breathing. Just cause she's like nearby and I look at her because I love her. And like, you know, the chest rises and falls pretty fast. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense because you're a little dog. You can't fit a lot of air in those little lungs. You need to oxygenate your body. I know elephants and other bigs have really slow heartbeats. They can't let you go. I did not know that. Yeah. See, now I want to look it up because I'm trying to rationalize it in my head. But my brain is exploding. Thinking back to that one time in high school, we're like, oh, do you think your heartbeat gets faster or slower if you hold your breath? And the answer is supposed to be that it slows down because you're intaking less oxygen. I think so it wants to conserve what you have. So it's not running through your supply as fast. But I didn't do that. Mine got faster. So I'm like, hello? Heart machine broke. There's no takeaway from this. It's just, hey, that's a thing that happened. Maybe it's because I am secretly a tiny animal. I'm 2 rabbits in a trench coat. But if I'm a rabbit, why do I hate vegetables so much? Do you like how my Pidgeot is like 15 levels higher than this Eevee? I still haven't fought Lieutenant Sir. Wait a minute. Does anyone know which gym leader you need to beat to use Fly? Because I was thinking about going back to Route 3 after getting Eevee and Growlithe. I'm too dumb to know. No. You're not dumb. You just don't know. It's okay. It's just, if anyone happened to have the knowledge off the top of their mind, I would like to know. Because looking stuff up, I would have to, like, type with one hand. It's not the easiest. And then if I do it later, I'll forget, so I won't do it later. Ah. But yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't want to get Nidoran in the Safari Zone. I left, and it makes me feel like a quitter, and I ain't no quitter. And I'll have more shinies on my team, so I'll be like, okay, we got this. It'll be more so that I can have 4 members on my team instead of 3 when we do Silph.Co. Because after... This is basically the pre-Silph.Co section, and then Rhyhorn and Venonat are both post-Silph.Co. Because the Kanto region is laid out very strangely, and I don't understand it, and I think to get to Fuchsia, I need the Pokeflute, so I need to do Silph.Co. And that's also how I would get to the route where Venonat is. I would need the Pokeflute on the other Snorlax. Man, it's a good thing that I don't care about Snorlax, so I can just not have to worry about hunting it. It would be an interesting hunt, but Snorlax does nothing for me. Munchlax is really cute, though. That's a pretty decent baby Pokemon. Not as good as Wynaut, though. The perfect one. How in the world is Hatena not a baby Pokemon? It's literally baby, unless it is. but I think it isn't. I didn't even know that Budew was actually a baby Pokemon. I thought it was just like that. They need to bring back baby Pokemon. Why would they take them out? The most recent one we got was Toxel, and it was a one-of in Gen 8. And by one-of, I mean a one-of baby. It was the only baby. And it was literally baby. Because, like, some of the babies don't even... They're not even that baby. Because with... Okay, I was going to say with the Gen 2 ones, it all makes sense. But for me, Tyrogue? Really? I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with Tyrogue. Nah. I don't agree with Well, Mantike. It has it in the name, Tyke. But it doesn't look baby. It just looks like a little manta ray. I dropped something. What part of Mantike is baby, other than the name? It's just small. Oh my, I don't even know what shiny Budew evolutions look like. It'll be a surprise when I get it. Yay. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. You might even be more than pleasantly surprised. I think you'll like it. I like it, so I'm biased. I also just like that line. But of course, liking a line doesn't mean it'll get a good shiny. Like a Dragonite. If Dragonite shiny wasn't green, it would definitely be on this team over Venomoth. I feel so bad. Venomoth was the last one I decided on. I thought I would be able to encounter it much earlier than I will be able to. Why is Venomoth encounterable so late? Or Venonat, whatever. And it's not that I don't like Venomoth. I do. It's just I like Dragonite much more. But I think the shiny's kind of ugly. Joker-ass looking shiny. It's Gwurple. Why are you green? There's too many green shinies. They're so ugly. Me, every single time I watch a video and they bring up shiny Mewtwo. Oh, you gotta get Mewtwo because Mewtwo's so sick. It's ugly green. No, it's not. Like, why would you catch a Mewtwo that looks worse? That's ridiculous. But you would get it because it's rare and maybe you like the color green for some reason. I don't know. There's so many ugly Gen 1 shinies. Why the fuck is Kabutops green? Kabutops would have also been in the running for this. Although I would do something like... God, I had it and then I forgot about it. Whatever, ignore me. It has a rash. No! Something. I need to actually get my Ultra Sun file ready to do stuff. I've been so locked into Fire Red Leaf Green. That's been all of the streams this month. That's so strange to think about. Surely new stuff next month, clueless. I feel like once I have my second team member, though, I can cool it a little. I won't just be trapped with one thing in the beginning of the game. Oh, we're almost at 3,400. Yippee! And then that is 100 away from my goal for today, so maybe we can make it to 3,600. Wow. 3,393. That's not bad. See who he is. That Daisy picture is so excellent. She's so silly. Because this is her sitting with my mom. Because I've been... That was yesterday. I was sitting out with her, like, for a few hours, fucking up my nail polish, which it's still kind of fucked up right now, but I'm not going to redo it at this point because that took too long. And then as soon as she comes out, she's like, oh my goodness, my favorite. And as soon as she sits down, it's running, please let me up, please, please, please. Jumping up. I'm like, why are we even complaining about this happening? She loves you. Do you hate dog love? If you don't want a dog to sit with you, you can just kick her off. Even if it would make her so sad and she would be beside herself and she would be crying and screaming. No, she would just lay down nearby. She would see a bee and she'd be like, ooh. The day where she actually eats a bee and it stings the inside of her mouth, that's gonna be a day. But maybe it'll never happen. I hope it never happens. but we joke about it because she'll also like run to try and get squirrels or rabbits. Mostly squirrels. And it's like, we know she's never gonna get them. But it would be really scary if she did. Because it means, what the hell is wrong with that squirrel that you got it? Timid. Oh, this is it. 3,400. Bingus. Bold. I feel like I haven't seen too many bold ones. But that might also be confirmation bias. I haven't been looking for them, so I haven't seen them. Thinking. And I'm still so tired. Ugh. I was gonna say if only tomorrow would be a chill day, but no, not even. And my brother's leaving. So gotta take care of that. And my dad just got back from being at a work thing all week. Woof. I'm so sorry for, like, it feels like constantly knocking into my desk. It's not on purpose, of course. I just have terrible aim, and also it's really dark. And also my desk is so fucking disorganized again. And every single day I'll be like, oh, I should clean off my desk. It probably won't take that long. And then I just, like, don't do it. Because it's either I do something else and I get too distracted, or it's like, oh, I'm too tired now, I'll do it tomorrow. And I'll tell myself really harshly, oh, but you have to actually do it, and then I don't do it, and then it doesn't get done. That's what happens every time. Same thing with, like, oh, I should pick up that crochet project again, but that was more so that my fucking hands. My stupid Chungus hands were hurting. And they're finally feeling, like, kind of better. So maybe I can start picking it up again. That was not me that time, actually. I don't know if you could hear the thumping and the rumbling. What was I even gonna say? I don't know. I got so distracted. Oh yeah, crocheting. Because it's been so annoying just looking at all these loose squares. Be like, man! My brother's being kind of loud. Yeah, I'm like maybe halfway through with making all the squares for this thing. Honestly, probably more than that. Because I want a lot of them to be plain squares, like with no pattern, which would be a lot easier to make because you don't have to introduce new colors, you don't have to do fancy shapes. It'll just be like a boring basic pattern. Ugh. And you'd have to sew in less ends, which is incredibly obnoxious. And I also have to redo some of them. Well, not redo the squares, but like I did some like surface stitching in them, and I don't like it on a few of them. And most of them don't have it. So I need to add more to the ones that I want to have it, and I need to take some of it off and redo it. And it kind of takes a while because you have to like crochet through the fabric that you made, which isn't the easiest. I have no idea why he's running around slamming the door. But alright. Beep. It's finally been a month since the Weewah trailer came out. That feels like... this month has kind of sucked. But also, what the fuck do you mean we're already 25% of the way through the year? Someone put me out of my stupid Chungus misery. Ah! My counter. 3414. That's almost like 413. Oh my god, wait, Homestuck Day. No, help! What the hell is this guy doing? It's okay, because I can get the shiny. Oh yeah, if I get the shiny, I'll probably just go to bed. Oh my god. I can't be looking at other people's shinies. What do you mean you got it at 21,000? 1,000, not 2,100. I'm scared. I know I said I expected this to go over odds, but can mine not go that over odds? If this is the only one to go egregiously over odds, though, that's fine. Because at least I can't phase. You say I really want to lock in on Eevee. I say that assuming that I don't go to like 30k. Surely I won't. This is my long con retribution. Ah. Gentle, oh my goodness. Ugh. I swear to god, it's way too easy to soft reset when you don't want to soft reset, but when I actually try, it's like I always miss one. Maybe that's just a skill. It's definitely just a skill issue. Ah. $420. And it is normal. Bashful. I feel like I'm seeing the bashful ones more. Simply because it was someone's nature guess. I don't feel like I've seen any naughty ones, though. There's definitely been a couple, at least. I just haven't noticed them. Yeah, maybe instead of going to 3,600, I'll end at 35. Wait, no, but that feels super short. My streams just get later and later every single time. Or not, every few months they just drift to being later at night. They used to be at 6:30 p.m. That's like 3 hours before I start shit now. What the fuck happened? I couldn't even tell you. Do natures have rarities, or are they all the same? They're all the same. As far as I know, if they are weighted, that would be incredibly surprising. But no, they're the same odds. Although, if you want to be technical about it, you're technically the most likely to have a neutral nature, but that's only because there's 5. But of course, there are 5 different ones. They just do, well, I was gonna say they do the same thing. Technically, I think how the neutral natures work is that they still have the plus and minus to a stat, but they have it to the same stat. So it doesn't change anything. So then, actually, which one's which? Which one's the plus attack minus attack? Which one's the plus speed minus speed? Yeah, they're all the same, except for the one that you really want. That one's a 1%. I'm so bad at menuing. I mean, at least for the most part, natures generally aren't that important when you're playing through the game. It's only really important if you want to do, like, competitive or, like, battle tower. Because it's, well, you could always overlevel. You have healing items. Your EVs are gonna be fucked anyway. Effort values, not EV as in boof, woof, bark EV. That is one nice thing about the newer games. You can so easily see your EV spreads. I would love to know what my EV spread on this Pidgeot is right now. Does it have max EVs? Simply because I used it for so many battles. I used it for all the Cerulean stuff. I used it to get through Rock Tunnel. I used it for all of the SSN. It wouldn't surprise me. God, Rock Tunnel was such a fucking... What a terrible evil place. I still don't know where you get Flash, by the way. Three, 4, 3. Almost at 3, 4, 3, 4. Is that anything? Wow. Okay, but wait, on the nature thing, the only... Okay, actually, I have no idea how it works, but there's something weird about how they work if you transfer something from the Gen 1 and Gen 2 virtual consoles to Gen 7. Because Gen 1 and 2 coded Pokemon differently. I mean, I think Gen 6 is also different from Gen 5 or Gen 3 to 5, but not so different that they can't transfer. But I remember when I got Shiny Celebi, I read something that it was like, all right, make sure you don't level up your Celebi at all. Make sure it doesn't get any experience. Because if you just transfer it as it is into home, it'll have like a modest nature because of how the experience works or how its stats line up. And modest is arguably the best nature on that. Like, why? How does that work? That's so strange. Actually, how do DVs get converted into IVs? Did they just multiply them by 2? Because I think DVs went from like 0 to 15, 0 to 16, and IVs go to 31. Then all your shinies would be turbo mid. Because they have to have a certain a certain DV line. The numbers are so weird. eevee. Okay, the more time goes on, the more I'm like, I'm really tired. I'll call it at 3,500. So it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream. But it's been an exhausting time for me. But hopefully now it should be a little better. I'll have more headspace to do other things, surely. $34.40. Actually, if I can get this thing before I go to odds, can it be the one that's like my ID number? Can I get it at 4,164? My mouse is fucking haunted. I swear to God. This thing is so terrible. It's actually a nightmare when you want to do anything with it. If you want to select text, nightmare. 90% of the time it will deselect the text as I'm trying to highlight it, which is super duper annoying when you're trying to do Illusion's Quest and Neopets, and you need to do it in a timely fashion, and you want to do it extra fast so that you get the most points out of it as you can. But then they end up asking for an item that literally nobody's selling, and it's also 10 mil, and you're like, wow, great. I ended my quests. They're sending me back to the beginning of the quest when I was just about to get an item that would be less than what I spent on doing this goddamn quest. I have one sitting around. It's a book. It's like 4 mil. And I want to read the book to my pet. But I also want to sell one. So I'm like, well, if I had two, then I would know what to do with it. But now I only have one because the stupid quests are cursed. Can't find shit after I drop it. Ah. Adamant. Arguably one of the better natures for Flareon. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything about the playlist. But why do I feel like it's being so agreeable? Then it's gonna replay a song, and it's gonna replay a song. And it's gonna replay a song. All I do is have tech issues. Man, there's so much art shit that I want to do, but I have such a terrible time concentrating. It genuinely sucks, and I have no idea how to fix it. Other than just saying that I gotta lock in, but that shit does not fucking work. Because then I say, who's the dumbass who told me to do that? Why do I have to listen to them? It's me. I don't have to listen. But I have so many ideas, and that's part of the problem, is that I have so many ideas and I don't know what to do with them. And also that I suck at designing outfits. I hate coloring. Wait, I saw something pop up on my YouTube today. It was someone drawing on their 3DS. And I was like, hold up, hold up, hold up. This kind of cooks. I'm interested. And I didn't have a chance to watch it because that was earlier today. And it was so strange. Because I had to leave the house at 1 to get to the doctor's office at like 2:30. It felt when I left, I'm like, it feels like it's 4 p.m. It feels like it's a late afternoon. And then I got back and it was 4:30. I'm so disoriented. And I just want to go to bed, except I can't go to bed. It would mess with my sleep. My Pokemon sleep. How else am I gonna get those goddamn pumpkaboos? How the fuck does it calculate your sleep style? Is it based on how much you move? How do people dupe the styles? Because I know that people can do it. I assume with the, I don't know. I'm like, all right, there's the yellow one, the light blue one, and the dark blue one. With the dark blue one, you just like, I don't know, like leave your phone on your bed for an hour while you're not in bed. How the hell would you get the yellow one? That one has Pumpkaboo. That one has Murkrow. I want a Murkrow so bad. Wait, we're past 3,000, 4,500. Yippee. Let me see. How many encounter... I started out at 3,160. So we did like 350 encounters. Which isn't a ton. But it's not that bad. 10 more streams of that and I would get 3,000 encounters. Sorry, my bad. 3,500 encounters. Did that one count twice? I feel like today I've had several instances of it counting twice. Maybe it's because I'm trying to press the key as quietly as possible, because look, I know it picks up on the mic. I know it does. But like, I would like if it was as unannoying as possible. This is literally, check it please. This is the only place that I can put my microphone on my desk. It's like right in front of the key. Because if I put it anywhere else, it'll pick up the air conditioning. And the air conditioning will be really loud. And I have no idea why this is the spot where it doesn't pick it up. I'm resetting too damn fast. If I reset over Shiny Eevee, you have to make fun of me. This is kind of random. Is the Star Fox being in the Super Mario Galaxy thing, is that real? Or is that clickbait? That's something that seems so fake. It's like if you told me in 2015 that they would add Sora to Smash Bros. Like, no the fuck they're not, but then they end up doing it and I don't believe you, even though I'm looking at it right now. But like, why? I mean, the bigger question I have is why are they even making a Galaxy movie? But I mean, I assume it's because the Mario one made a lot of money. But why Galaxy specifically? Is Galaxy that popular that they think it'll make a lot of money? I'm tapping into the company mindset. How is this going to make me as much money as possible? Because I love money. It's all I care about. I don't get it. Are people going to go to the movie just because Fox McCloud is there? Is that his name? I don't know. Star Fox was far past my era. To me, Star Fox, those characters are just from Smash. I'm so sorry to the fans. Maybe this means that they're gauging if they want to remake it. I'm sure it would do well. Or at least re-release it. It's almost April. How? How is it almost April? This sucks. I was gonna say I need to stream other games, but it's like dead ass. I kind of don't have any other games that I want to stream at the moment. Like, I have some games in my backlog, but a lot of them are like, either they're kind of short, or it's like, well, I would want to do this on my own. So what the heck? Because I don't actually like, despite me liking games, I don't like having a ton of games. Because I'll get overwhelmed by decision paralysis. I'll just get stunned. I mean, to be fair, I still kind of do. But it would get even worse. Then it's like, well, I spent money on all this stuff that I'm not going to even touch. What a waste. I already feel that way about a couple of my things. But I tell myself I'll get to it eventually. I'll play Nier Automata eventually. Ignore the fact I have like a couple hours on it. Like, I'll finish it eventually, but you gotta beat it like 3 times. You're so right, I'm the same way. Money makes me go, ah! My brain is melting. I don't understand people who are like, oh, it's the summer sale. I got 70 new things. And I'm like, what the fuck? I have 70 things on my account. That's pretty much correct. And I finished a large portion of them. I don't generally buy things that I know that I'm not going to play. The only thing that I've done that for is Borderlands 2. And it was for like $2. And I'm like 2 seconds away from deleting it off my account because I'm like, I'm never going to open this. Why do I have it? It was so long ago I couldn't even get a refund on it, so it's just there. But I'll still get a Sprite. I gotta. I want a better platform for doing pixel art. I like it. And then, you know what? My problem with sales is that I wishlist so many indie games that are like under $15. So when sales come along, they're all on sale for a very cheap. So it's like, okay, well, I know that I can't get all of them because that'll add up very quickly. But then it's like, which one do I want more? I don't know. And that's how you have things like Night in the Woods that have just been chilling in my wish list for at least, oh god, I was gonna say half a decade. It's definitely been longer. I need to beat Resident Evil 4, Dark Souls 3, but I go back and I see I already have a save, and I'm like, oh, I want to restart to get the whole thing fresh in my memory. Oh my god. I can't say I've ever done that. I feel like I'm generally good at finishing things. But yeah, if it's been long enough, I'm like, well, I can't just jump in the deep end because I'm not going to know what I'm doing. And I'm going to have a terrible time. But I usually don't tend to play games that are very, I don't know, technically intensive. Like if I played a Souls game and then I stopped like 3/4 of the way through, I'd be like, yeah, I'd want to reset. I don't know how the controls work. And I don't want to get dunked on by a late game boss for like 5 hours because I don't remember how to play. If I like something enough, I can generally commit to finishing it. Which is why I haven't finished Bravely Default. Maybe if the story was good and those characters didn't piss me off. And it wasn't a grind hell. I hate grinding. Any game that requires grinding, the more grinding you have to do, I'm gonna get you. Arrgh. Literally, who's programming a game and then you go, you know what would be a great addition to our game? If we didn't give our players enough resources just like casually making their way through the game to be at an adequate level to beat all these things that they're gonna be at. So we want them to like spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in the nearby woods just killing the same enemy over and over and over and over and over again, and it's so boring and terrible and tedious. That's a really good addition to our game. Let's do it. That's how grinding is. It's always bad. Ignore what I'm doing. The only good grind is in Monster Hunter, because to me it's not even a grind, because notice what I said, how you're like beating the same enemy over and over and over again. Because, like, if it's in an RPG, you're probably at the point where it's like, okay, we're just, like, spamming through attacks real quick. At least in Monster Hunter, beating the monsters is the point. The fights are going to be different every time. It's a little more engaging. Of course, after a while, it still gets annoying. Especially if you don't like the monster. But I feel like generally it's fine. I don't get annoyed by it as much. But there's just something uniquely annoying about you getting to the Pokemon League and you're at level 40, your whole team's level 40, and you know that you want to be like level 55 because the champion's ace is like level 60. No, it's probably like level 65, but everything else is like level 55 to level 60, and you don't want to be over leveled. So you're like, all right, well, time to spend 10 hours in the last room of Victory Road. This is super engaging and fun gameplay. No, the fuck it's not. It sucks. Why am I so fucking tired? I gotta go to bed early. Yeah, they're almost at 3490. Yippee! And then 10 more. I'll keep the Daisy picture on for next time. I mean, we won't have to do it because I'll just get it here, right? Damn. Shiny Eevee right here, right now. Emerge, come on, please. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Ah! I hate how you have to press B to get through the stupid quest recap. Why isn't it disableable? You can disable the L and R to give you help tips in the options. Why can't you disable the recap? It would make this go so much faster. I would probably be at odds in the same amount of time. Yeah, because in the other, or half odds, sorry, my bad. Wait, good bot. Wait, no ads, no ads. Snooze. Because we're almost done. I don't want to do that to y'all. Wah. No, don't say bad bot. I didn't even know it had a reaction to that. Also, hi, Bug. I'm about to end because I'm really tired. Bug! Don't ask what's wrong with Bug. Bug just said bad. Hi, I've been on Ultra Kill. Whoops. What do you mean, whoops? Oh no, you were enjoying a game. Grr, I'm so mad and angry at you. Anyway, I'm just really tired. So I was gonna call it at 3,500. I mean, I won't have to because I'll just get a nap. Go to bed? I will, once I'm at an even number. And then I'll wake up and I'll finish doing my paperwork. Oh yeah, my appointment went well. Yippee, I got everything done. Wahoo! And I said that I'm coming down from my adrenaline high from my 120 BPM heart rate. At 2 in the afternoon. Eevee, please be shiny. What if I kept hunting off stream? What would you do then? Honestly, I might. If nothing else, I just kind of want to, like, lay down. Alright, last encounter. The daisy on the screen did not bless. This picture of her is so excellent. There's also a matching one taken on the same day where she's kind of side-eyeing and it looks like she's doing the homophobic dog thing. Alright, it's not shiny. And I think that one's that one's funnier, but that one also has more of me in it, so I would have to edit it down. No offense to y'all. I'm just kind of private uwu. Anyways, I'm tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. Sorry, this stream's kind of short. Yes, I do need to eat. It's been a very stressful week, but it's been a stressful day. But now I can take a sigh of relief because it's all worked out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll go to bed. Have a good rest of y'all's night if it's night for you. If not, I'm sorry you live in a fake time zone. I mean, have a good time zone, I guess. Good night.